So we have a nice subplot, though, to get our attention, and it involves a fan. But not just a fan band, a super fan. So if you're not heard about this, we mentioned it earlier, but maybe you were not listening. So there's this guy named Dawson Gurley. He's a girly man, Dawson Gurley. Better known as Fake Klay, as in a Klay Thompson impersonation guy. And this guy's been around for a few years. I remember him from previous Golden State Warrior runs. He popped up. People showed him on television, made a big deal. They talked about him on TV. So Fake Klay Thompson was banned for life from Chase Center, the home arena of the Warriors. What did the YouTube impersonator do? Well, I'll tell you, he successfully breached arena security. He walked right past an army of security personnel, got onto the court, and warmed up before Game 5 of the finals. He was out there in uniform. He was out there on the court warming up. Now, for his troubles, Golden State brass were so enraged that they they handed him, actually, they personally delivered a lifetime banishment from the home arena of the team in the Bay Area. Now, Dawson, he's a YouTube guy, so he, of course, made a video about this, which has done very well, and I would imagine will do even better. And here is part of that YouTube video where Fake Klay Thompson gets out onto the court. He is then handed a letter from some empty suit with the Golden State Warriors, and this is the letter. He is reading the letter now. Just imagine walking, and then he goes into his car, and he's reading the letter. This is from his YouTube channel, Dawson Gurley, the Fake Klay Thompson. Listen.
Well, we just got banned from the Warriors Stadium for life. Property ban, arena ban. Said you entered through an employee entrance of Chase Center prior to a Golden State game without a valid ticket. I have tickets, credentials, authorization, blah, blah, blah. You deliberately deceived Chase Center building personnel by impersonating a Golden State Warriors employee. Your actions can also be deemed as an act of criminal trespass, and we reserve the right to pursue any criminal charges through the City of San Francisco Police Department and the City Attorney of San Francisco office.
All right, so that was the letter, and he went out and got drunk after that. All right, so let us discuss, all right, the question. How impressive was this prank move by the Klay Thompson impersonator? MALLER scale of impressive, 1 to 10. This is an 88. This is an 88. All right, so I've got Tire Mascot, Secret Sauce, and Peacock. And we will combine all of these random things together, and we're going to make some sourdough bread. And in this case, it's sour grapes from the Golden State Warriors to tip off. The good news is the Klay Thompson impersonator has nothing to worry about because the way they work in San Francisco, they'll say, okay, the district attorney, okay, we're going to charge you and we'll give you lifetime season tickets to the Warriors for what you did. We're going to pat you on the back. But listen, Klay Thompson, the impersonator, it was hilarious. Watching this, I could not believe what I was watching. I thought, well, they must be in on the joke. The people at security must be in on the joke. Klay Thompson would not have had an easy time going through security as Fake Klay Thompson did. This was the ultimate hustle. The guy, as we said, the guy's named Dawson. He was wearing replica Golden State, just to paint the picture, he was wearing replica Golden State Warrior game shorts and a Golden State hoodie. He had a camera guy shadowing him to document everything as he breathed right past 5 layers of arena security. Fake Klay is like a chameleon to a point, unless he's not, right? The guy looks like a Tire Mascot dressed as Klay Thompson. Like, imagine, if you will, Klay Thompson got together with the Michelin Man, and then they got together, and then they breached security. Because it's not like he overpowered anyone. This was not a battering ram situation. There was no gun that was used. There was no knife. The guy used a hoodie and a goatee. Right? Does Klay Thompson show up to work in his uniform? I know he's worn some crazy things to the arena and he's dressed like different characters in the past, but in his game uniform, he shows up. He's like, I'm ready to go. All right, let me in. Good to go. Unbelievable. All right, furthermore, How was he able to pull off this prank? Well, this is pretty simple. The secret sauce, the recipe, not a lot of ingredients. Confidence. Confidence, right? Con man is short for confidence man. It has been proven in all of humanity. If you act like you belong, people will think that you do. Security staff was very polite. In many ways, they acted like greeters at Walmart. They shepherded in the fake Klay and his camera guy through the metal detectors. The whole thing was recorded for posterity's sake. And he's just strolled right through. He got past the muscle, calmly walked down a couple of flights of stairs at the Chase Center. He then walks over, picks up a ball, and started warming up. He spent at least 10 minutes on the court by himself in an empty arena. There were people preparing for the game, shooting baskets before an NBA Finals game. It's got to be the single greatest prank move we've seen in generations. Now, I didn't think we would ever see something funnier than the Conor McGregor impersonator from a number of years ago. I think it was about 5 years ago now. There was a guy going around dressed up as Conor McGregor, and people were taking photos, and they were doing the whole thing. They're, oh, you're the greatest, Conor. And it was hilarious. The guy did look a lot like Conor McGregor. This guy, this YouTuber, he has the same hair, like the goatee and all that, but he's 20, 30, 40 pounds heavier than Klay Thompson, and he was able to pull this off, and people were taking photos with him. Just, he had a video. I'm sure there were some people that weren't in on it, but it was wild. It was absolutely wild. It's all documented there on YouTube. Now, the last thing here. Why did the Golden State Warriors put the ban on this super fan for life? Well, that's obvious. Because they don't have a sense of humor. He embarrassed the organization. He made a mockery of all of that security. He was able, through one act, to expose all the moles and all the warts. And so they decided they have to settle the score. And they made him walk the plank. And I would take the opposite position. I would say this guy should be embraced. This is a super fan. What enthusiasm this guy has. And he just exposed the weak link. And now the Warriors can take care of that and make sure that this never happens again. If I was running the Warriors, I would have reprimanded the people that didn't do their job, the security staff, the lackadaisical, welcome in, good to see you, all that. This guy also spent $10,000 on courtside seats. That tells you apparently things are going well being a YouTuber. And the team, of course, refused to reimburse him. Said, well, that's not our problem. It's the season ticket holder's problem. That's not our problem. In the end, we believe this guy will have the last laugh, the Klay impersonator, because he should be strutting around like a glorious peacock with his tail feathers up for the world to see, because that video is going viral right now. He's going to make a bunch of money from the YouTube views. And might I add, being a Klay Thompson impersonator has a very limited shelf life anyway. It's not like you can parlay that and go to Vegas or LA or Times Square and walk around as a Klay Thompson impersonator and people will be like, oh, there's a Klay Thompson impersonator. Klay is 32. He's closer to the end than the beginning. And this is the perfect crescendo to your act as a Klay Thompson impersonator. This guy shot baskets on the court before an NBA Finals game. He showed up to the arena in uniform, walked past 5-6 layers of security, walked on the court, grabbed the basketball, started shooting. Walked. It's not like they dragged him off the court. He walked off. Only after he walked off the court did this large security woman, this like Lizzo level security woman, come over and say, hey, do you have a pass or a ticket or something to be here? Only after he'd been on the court for 10 minutes shooting. This reminds me, years ago, there was a security breach at the arena formerly known as Staples Center. A homeless guy went past security at that arena, got all the way down to the court at the arena in L.A., breached security, and I remember I brought that up. I got in a big fight with one of the guys that worked at that arena. Got very upset that I pointed that out, that they had a security problem. If a homeless guy could get all the way down to the court within 5 minutes. It was insane.